All right. Well, it looks like y'all are probably going to get two videos today because this just dropped out of nowhere. A whole bunch of stuff for Five Nights at Freddy's Plus, which, if you've seen my recent Five Nights at Freddy's, well, recent, like 7 months ago, videos, you know that I'm very excited for this game. And man, this just came out of nowhere. All I was planning on doing today was recording a video of me playing a mobile ripoff of The Forest and then working on my book for a while, but so surprise video, surprise for you, surprise for me. So we're gonna look through these. I haven't looked through these yet, so it's gonna be a bit of a reaction video as well. And I know there's no webcam. I'm recording on the computer because the mobile one was just not gonna work with me. So if you saw my last video, you know I had technical difficulties. So anyway, obviously for this very first one, we have the stars of the show, and I have to say this just feels surreal. Like I wanted to do a video like this for the development screenshots we saw a while back that showed like all the Man, I just cannot get away from the technical difficulties. Last video was technical difficulties on the phone, and now my dog is trying to get me to play with him. Ah, you probably hear him in the background. All right, so I'm just gonna ignore him, and I'm gonna mildly entertain him while I'm recording this. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to do this for the development showcase, but I never did. So we're gonna do it for this, and I'm just gonna break down what I see while my dog keeps interrupting me in the background. He's a puppy, so you know what are you gonna do? Anyway, though, not much else to see here. It's just the main stars, and I felt like it was a good one to start with. And Bonnie, he's got that uncanny look, that serial killer esque look. Those eyes, I swear. I think he's by far the scariest one of the bunch. And speaking of, there he is in all his glory, and that was from the very first trailer. That's interesting. I wasn't sure if that would actually be something you can see in game. Well, that's absolutely horrifying. That is absolutely horrifying. Hmm. But it looks very good. That looks very cool. Yeah, he's staring into my soul, and I'm kind of staring back. That is cool. I wonder if this didn't say like night one or anything, but it's interesting. And if you don't know what the arrows on the top are, if you didn't see the development showcase, you have to pan the camera around yourself, which, oh boy, I saw that and I think my jaw hit the floor and I was like, oh no. Oh no, that's just gonna make it all the scarier. I can't wait. I can't wait. Interesting. So obviously you've got the office, you got Helpy there, you got the puppet mask, and you've got Dee Dee on the shelf, which if you also saw the development showcase, you know that can change. It can be like Balloon Boy and Freddy, and here it's Dee Dee. And this is interesting. So you've got the FNaF 1 door, because the game is very customizable. And I was wondering about this recently. The windows are on like the side away from the hallway. Like they're back at where the corner is, which is an interesting placement. I wonder why they're there, but I'm also guessing that means you're going to see them standing in the doorway and not in the windows. Interesting. Not much really to say on this one. It's interesting. And that window, I think it has bars on it, which is concerning. Well, that's horrifying. Once again, I'm not even looking at Cheek. I'm looking at Bonnie. You know, and the breaking and entering trailer, I was like, I kind of prefer him with his eyes open and he's just staring at you. That's still terrifying to look at. Either way, that's horrifying, and I love it. I love it. I wonder if in this game you're gonna like be able to see them all turn and stare at the camera, because obviously like that doesn't happen in the original, even though it was in the trailer. But I hope in this game there's a chance you'll just flip it up and they're all gonna be staring at you. Ugh, just and Bonnie is just so creepy. I've made it. If you don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's has a subreddit, and back in like December, I was like, I can join the had nightmares about Bonnie club now because I had a nightmare where FNaF Plus Bonnie was in my house. It was terrifying. Oh my gosh! Speaking of, that is one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in a FNaF game, right there. That's horrifying. I don't. Hmm. Hmm. I don't like that. I don't like seeing him there in that way. That is going to be seared into my head for the rest of the day. That is just terrifying. Just that expression, those eyes. Yeah, that's horrifying. That is horrifying. I'm gonna just move on. There's nothing else to talk about here except for the fact that the power is already down to 32%. It's only 3 a.m., so you're gonna die. Aw, this is kind of nice. It's a recreation of the classic image and clip of them all singing during the day from the original game. I bet this will be like the good job sport, see you next week, here's your paycheck or your notice of termination. And my dog is back as well. And he brought me another toy this time. I think he's brought me 3 so far. Are you growling? Are you sharing your opinions on FNaF Freddy's Plus? That's cool though. I like that. I didn't even think about if we'd see something like that. They look a lot. They don't look as terrifying in the bright light, but I don't know. I think Chica's still pretty unnerving in the bright light. Oh gosh. Speaking of Chica being unnerving, that is terrifying. That is horrifying. Oh. I think if I was working at Freddy's and I saw that in the hallway outside my office, I would die. I would just die on the spot. They wouldn't have to kill me. I think I would just die if I saw that anyway. Ugh. That is just so unnerving. And I'm liking because obviously if you've played the original at all, as much as I have, he's like recreating the poses that they were in the original. So like this is when Chica's in the hallway, she's got her head turned and you can see her gaping maw and the endoskeleton side. This is a recreation of that, only it's much darker and much more unnerving, 'cause, like the dead wrong eyeball that's just gazing down, and then the other one that is just staring into your soul. Ugh. I've said this a bunch, but this is consistently horrifying, and I'm loving everything about it. Oh, oh my gosh! I wish I was using Facecam for this video because that gave me a jump. Oh my gosh! I I'm not kidding. That actually, him just there in the office, that gave me a jump. Wow. Okay, so obviously the camera is being flipped down. Surely, like, not you're. It's not going to be like FNaF 2 where you put the camera down and like Mangle's there and you just have to wait for them to come to you. Is that what's going to happen in this game? Oh, oh, I hate. That is, I think that's the scariest thing I've seen so far in this video. How can it get worse? Okay, that's not as bad. It's just Foxy. Ah, and I was right. Everyone was like saying that Cam 4 was Pirate's Cove. I was like, there's no way that's Pirate's Cove. I don't know what it is. I think it's the ball pit, but huh, neato. I'm gonna have to go through these quickly because I'm gonna hit a 10-minute limit soon, and I don't want to like have to edit 2 of these together. So we're gonna do this quickly. Okay, that's the Cam 10 teaser. We saw 5 a.m. So you might be able to survive, and depending on what time at 5 a.m. And it looks like we were right. Freddy probably will do something with the power. Great. So now it's not like you have to look at him to keep him from moving. Now it's keep him from moving so he doesn't turn off your power on you. Great. That's, oh boy. Okay, outside. So I wonder if we'll see the outside. That's kind of interesting. Don't really see anything to comment on. And once again, I'm racing the clock, but that's the last one anyway. So that looks very promising. We're going to come back and stare at this creepy guy. That looks very promising. My dog is still here trying to get me to play it with him, and I'm trying to entertain him the best I can. Oh, look, the little thing changed. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor, but the little doll on the shelf changed again. That's interesting. Okay, so FNaF Freddy's Plus. It's looking really promising so far. I'm loving this stuff that we're seeing so far. And Bonnie is still the scariest thing I've ever seen. So we're going to end that here, and I'll probably upload this, and then I'll actually record the other video I was planning to record. Once again, I'll be playing a mobile ripoff of The Forest, so if you want to see me playing a bad mobile ripoff of that game, stick around for a few hours. It'll probably be up relatively soon. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I don't know about you all, but I am very excited for FNaF Plus, and I'm loving this so far, so yeah, just tell me what you're thinking. Are you excited for FNaF Plus? And stick around because I will definitely be playing it when it comes out. I can't wait.